Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat podcast
snacks are best saved for later.
with Jay Zawaski
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
and Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat podcast. We are on location today.
We are at Schmaltz Deli in Naperville, 1512 North Naper Boulevard, number 152. I don't know if that matters. Just look for the big sign that says Schmaltz.
Yeah, the generally good way to go about trying to find a place. It is awesome in here.
Yes.
Like everything that we have tried has been incredible.
And we've tried everything.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, hey, here's a little bit of this. How about a little bit of this? You know what I'm not going to say? No.
Yeah, no. So I walked in the door. I got here a little bit sooner than you, greeted by our buddy Charlie the Bacon Guy, who is the chef here, and Laura, who is the baker. That's the word. Baker.
Yes.
Correct.
Sure.
I'm smart.
Yes.
And she's like, I got cookies for you and cake. And Charlie's like, I got bacon and bacon jam and pastrami. I said, okay.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So if I take a nap mid-show, you understand.
Why.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did find it a little odd that, you mentioned these cookies, and I'm assuming you ate them all.
I had one. The other one's back there for you.
You ate them all. No, you ate them all.
I did?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Just wanted to get that out of the way. All right. We are sponsored, as always, by Mazda of Orland Park, by, of course, Charlie the Bacon Guy, because, look at where we are.
Right.
Yeah, of course, we're sponsored by Charlie the Bacon Guy, Frato's Culinary Kitchen in Schaumburg, and I Love Fries, which I visited this week and is wonderful as always. He is just... Well, see, now, because we're doing this, like
You're out of rhythm.
I'm totally out of rhythm. I'm like a lot of bull shooters recently. Okay. Yeah. Just Lonzo Ball in New York, out of rhythm. There's like probably 3 people listening to the podcast that'll get that, but that's okay.
Sports reference.
Yes. Sports reference. So I'm Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawaski. And Jay, this is fun.
Yes.
Eating lots. Good
We
by
are.
us. And yes, excited to be at Schmaltz's for ye ol' eating competition.
Yeah, we ate a lot, but not as much as the people participating in the food eating contest. The Big Mocker is the contest today. Mm-hmm. This is all it is. It's really not that much food when you think about it.
Right.
5 slices of Jewish rye.
Okay.
4 slices of Swiss cheese. 8 ounces of corned beef. 8 ounces of pastrami. 8 ounces of grilled salami. 8 slices of schmaken, which is Schmaltz's beef bacon. Coleslaw to make it healthy.
Right.
And a Thousand Island dressing.
There's no numbers in the double digits, so it really shouldn't be that much of an issue
Look
for
at this.
people.
Here they
Outside
come.
of the dress, that is.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
There's Laura with the sandwiches. That is spectacular.
I'd be happy if my first child looks like that.
And here's what you need.
That is,
Wait a minute. I don't know how that would work, but okay.
that is a beautiful. That's a sight.
Yeah, that was something to behold. And what's great, and you know that the people here at Schmaltz are pros because every contestant gets their own thing of Tums.
Yeah.
They got 8 of them lined up backstage, so to speak. And they're taking care of their customers.
Every fat or person that's partaking in fat-like activities needs Tums. I have a giant thing of Tums at home that is just, I know I'm going to need it. Like, if I'm being realistic, especially with as much as I like eating spicy things, on top of all the deliciousness that we're seeing here, Tums are a necessity. And honestly, something that we've probably neglected in March Fatness. I'm trying to think if it's ever been a part of March Fatness.
It should be. I will say, though, as a Tums connoisseur,
yes,
the aftertaste of Tums is not great. But those are the soft, like the chews.
Yes.
And their coat, those are better.
Yeah, see, like I'm used to the traditional ones that are like a really crappy version of Sweet Tarts.
The worst sweet tart you've ever had.
Yes. Yeah, if you mix a Necco wafer with a Sweet Tart and take all the worst qualities of both, you've got the texture of Tums.
Yeah, and just have the aftertaste be unbrushable.
Yeah. Oh, you are not wrong.
Yeah, it's not great. But the Big Mocker does look fantastic, and a little bit envious looking down the table at Aurora Joe and some of our buddies. Rush Schneider's here just to spectate, not eating the sandwich. I shook my head at him for an extended period of time.
Seriously?
I gave him the dance mix remix of my head shake. It went on for a good 2-3 minutes. It just stood there shaking my head. Those watching on YouTube will be able to see the head shake.
Right. You know what they'll also be able to see since I'm up close? Anytime they see this, I'm the tug.
The shirt tug.
The shirt tug is going to be in full effect today.
The shirt tug, live and in person at Schmaltz.
Because I wanted to make sure that I wore my I'm Fat Podcast T-shirt, the fries one with that's on a white shirt. White shirt. But, there's a little bit of the leaning over, and with the leaning over, you can kind of feel the shirt creeping up towards the top of the belt, and it's like, I understand you'd be the only one that could see it, and that's not great for you, but at least you understand.
I'm doing it too, and people will see on the YouTubes when our neck tugs down, that's the shirt tug. There it is.
Yeah, at least I'm not doing the thing that I'll do like at home sometimes where I'm like, ugh. Like the do this where it's like I'm trying to like stroke my beard, but it's actually like how much thinner could my face be in theory?
You're trying to flatten your face out?
Yeah.
Just get like
hold on, there is a jawline here somewhere right?
in there. Try to get like what do you call a rolling pin and just roll it on your face until it gets a little bit more like it was in your more youthful skinny days in college.
That just sounds like science.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Well, it's really great to be here. But we're not going to talk about Schmaltz the whole time.
No.
Because I have something for you in the style of Eagle Man.
I was going to say, what is it along with low rates?
So yesterday was Homewood's Holiday Lights. We did Fall Fest.
Yes.
Holiday Lights is the next one.
Okay.
And Maze was there. Maze Q House. Okay, so
by the way, Jay lives in Homewood.
I do. If I haven't mentioned that before, so go to Holiday Lights. Hope and I are working at the mulled wine stand.
Okay,
we ran out of I think it was 15 cases of mulled wine in an hour and a half.
So is this like mold that like shows up in your walls? And
MULLED mold.
Oh, okay.
Like it's warm, and so we had 4 like the portable coffee heaters full of wine. And it was $10 for the custom-made mug.
Okay.
And then filled with hot wine. You could refill it for $5. So we're plowing through these things, right? So we sell out. We're done. So I'm starving, getting lines for Maze. And, of course, the Maze Q House line is super long. So they're running out.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to cut costs a little bit, cut the cost per person, but we're going to give you a little bit less meat.
Okay.
So I have pulled pork, but long story short, not enough. So Hope's on the way home. We drove separate because I came straight from work. And she's like, I'm at Portillo's. What do you want? Let's get the usual, right? Couple dogs and fries.
Sure.
She comes home with a chocolate peppermint shake.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And it had like bits of candy
cane?
Yes, thank you. Bits of candy cane in it to give it like a bit of a crunch texture.
The peppermint stick.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is one of the best things I've ever had.
Really?
And it comes in chocolate.
Okay.
Vanilla.
Okay.
Or cake shake peppermint.
Oh.
Yeah. Where is the nearest Portillo's to here?
Not far.
Yeah, we can't be.
Not far.
You're
in
never
this
far.
area, yeah, exactly. It's like McDonald's in that way of just like you're never too far.
Yeah, so this was absolutely one of the best things I've ever had. I'm a sucker for the chocolate peppermint during winter.
Yes.
Right? Like we talked about the candy cane JoJo's at Trader Joe's, which is their version of an Oreo, but in the cream is crunched up candy canes.
Okay.
This is the shake equivalent, and it was absolutely unbelievable.
That sounds good. I'm not the biggest peppermint person. Like I have to, I don't know. Some people, I'm sure some people are with me on this of like, I get specific times, and it's not even just like post-Thanksgiving, pre-Christmas, where I'm like, yes, peppermint, but like every once in a great while, that's like 3 to 5 times a year, I'm like, you know what? I could really go for something peppermint related.
It is a seasonal thing for me.
Okay.
And I do enjoy the Shamrock Shake in the spring.
You enjoy your green dye?
I do, yes, and all the wonders that happen after you drink it. But it is a seasonal thing, just like me with pumpkin pie. There's one day a year I want pumpkin pie.
Yep.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And that's it.
I don't like nostalgia.
Right. I don't dislike it.
Yeah, exactly.
But of all the pie options, pumpkin is going to be the last, unless it's Thanksgiving. Then it's second to last.
Yeah. See, like there are so many people that think I truly dislike everything that I say I don't prefer.
Right.
It's not the case. There's just quite a few of them. But for a few things, it's just, I don't prefer whatever it is. And I just greatly prefer, like, the balance of percentages there is very, very different.
When I like so I have talked about this a lot on the podcast where I'm a very nostalgia-based food person. A lot of my good memories are tied into food because I come from a long line of fats.
Yes.
Whereas you're like, wait, I like this thing more regardless of the day.
Yeah.
Like, I like ham more than turkey, so why wouldn't I have ham on Thanksgiving? And to me, I'm like, I can't have ham on Thanksgiving. That's not a Thanksgiving thing. I might prefer it. Like, if someone was going to offer me, like, a giant tomahawk steak on Thanksgiving, I would say no. Even though I'd much rather have a tomahawk steak than turkey.
Oh, you would actually say no?
Yes.
Oh, no.
On
Okay, you're an
Thanksgiving,
idiot
it has
then.
to.
Yeah.
Well, that's well established.
True.
But on Thanksgiving, it is turkey, it is stuffing, it is mashed potatoes, and 2 green beans.
For posterity.
Just to be nice to the person who prepared them.
Yeah.
2 courtesy green beans.
Courtesy green beans. That should be your brand of them.
Curtis E. Green Beans is my favorite blues artist.
Yes, he was also a running back that I thought would be a lot better for the Bears.
He was on the Houston Oilers. We're stupid.
Yes. Okay, so earlier today, since I knew I was going to be here, I wanted to get into Naperville a little earlier because there's so many different places to try. And I knew we were going to have so much good stuff here. I was like, let me go reverse of normal. I'm going to go, I went dessert first.
Okay. Smart.
So I pretty much was like, I'm just going to roll into Naperville and see what catches my eye. So I'm on Chicago Avenue, right around Jefferson. Sure. Whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
Either way. It's just like on the edge of downtown Naperville. And I see Munchies rolled ice cream and snacks.
Immediate slam on the brakes, get rear-ended, and turn into that place.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The problem is, turning right into the front door was not a great idea, but
That'll be fine.
yeah, but there was the it's an odd spot in the little strip mall that it's in because there's the parking lot and then there's more. We just like stopped because it's like, wait, it looks like there's more food coming.
Train of thought stopped as food
Just
passed by.
immediately.
Anyway, rolled ice cream.
Yes,
you were saying.
rolled ice cream and stuff. So it's on like kind of the outside of the strip mall. So you like park and then you have to, walk past a few stores to get to it. So I went in and it's like a lot of the rolled ice cream places or any ice cream place where you just choose what you want in there. Mm-hmm. And I went raspberry and Oreos.
Oh.
Yes. So I got like the crunch of, this is 100% going to be that podcast. Charlie's just.
Coleslaw, no mayo for you guys.
You are a gem.
Saint. Look at this guy. Look at Charlie.
Look at this. Look at our cholesterol.
We gotta hold this up. Here is the big mocker. Let's hold it up for the YouTubes.
I
don't want to dump it in your lap, Rick, but there it is. Oh my goodness gracious.
I mean, you can like see the juices.
You dial 91, and then I'll hit the 1 when it's time.
I make the face because this thing went from like face towards us to face towards the laptop, and this is almost a priceless sandwich, but not quite the same as the MacBook Pro there. Wow. So okay,
that's awesome.
All right.
Okay, rolled ice cream.
Rolled ice cream. We are teasing the hell out of this.
Raspberry Oreo.
Raspberry Oreo rolled ice cream, which was wonderful. For one thing, like part of the thing with rolled ice cream is seeing it be made, but to then just see like the just the Oreo pieces and fresh raspberries get crushed up into that, and then just the whole process was amazing. And it tasted great. I didn't quite know if it'd be a little bit of a different taste or not. But man, if you're looking for an alternative to like just traditional ice cream, and it's not that different of a taste,
right?
But there's just something about it, and maybe it's like the fact that the raspberries are fresh, or something like that's got to make a big difference. That I will be going back because it was wonderful. So go in there. It's a small place. They're really cognizant of keeping distance and all that kind of stuff. So that's good. But yeah, like. Maybe it's partially because of the cake and the ice cream and the sandwich in front of us that my mouth is watering, but it's also because of thinking about that ice cream. So, yeah, Munchies, rolled ice cream and snacks in Naperville. It's like right on the edge of downtown. So I highly recommend it. You come to Schmaltz's, you get food, You go there afterwards, maybe for your way home as a palate cleanser, and that's a great way to do it.
I've never had Munchies. I've had the Munchies, but I have not had Munchies specifically. But I've had rolled ice cream before, and you and I talk about textures a lot.
Yeah, that's part of it. It's just a little bit of a different texture.
It's awesome. I love rolled ice cream,
Yes.
and the one that we went to, I forgive me, I forget the name. It doesn't matter. They're closed now, but they used to be right next to the Half Price Books in Orland Park, and we would go there.
Books, something about half price books.
Yeah, and it closed, but it was great. I think it was a victim of the pandemic, as a lot of places have been.
Or a victim of you liking it and recommending it.
It did not explode, so that's good news. That's good news. All right, Rick, I want you to take a bite of something, and while you do, I'm going to tell people about our friends at Mazda of Orland Park. 708-444-3200. I'll mute your microphone so you can just dig in right there. 708-444-3200, 8910 West 159th Street in Orland Park. Buy all the car dealerships. Look, there's a lot of places to buy cars. There's a lot of places to buy Mazdas. I love my Mazda CX-5 from Mazda of Orland Park. And when I buy my next car, probably that brand new CX-50 that's coming out in the spring, I'll do it for Mazda of Orland Park. Why? Because my experience with them since 2015 has been second to none. From being able to reach the owner when I need to getting service done quickly and affordably, to having them take care of me when I'm stuck on the side of the road. Their rideshare program is fantastic. Everything about Mazda of Orland Park is fantastic, and that makes such a difference, right? Like, it's buying a car now is not like it used to be, where you go in and you wheel and deal and yada yada yada. It's the post-buying experience that really makes a difference, and that's where our friends at Mazda of Orland Park come in. So email or call Eric Vates, 708-444-3200. Again, the address, 8910 West 159th Street. You can go to MazdaofOrlandPark.com to check out their selection, ask questions online, the whole deal. It's a great place. I highly recommend it. That is the Jay Zawaski guarantee. You will love your experience at Mazda of Orland Park. And I'm telling you, my mind was not set on buying a Mazda, but I went in there, met Eric, and right away knew it was the right thing to do, and I did it, and I will be a Mazda customer for life. So cannot recommend them more. Here's something I can't recommend. Went to Dunkin.
Okay.
It's open in the Pedway again at work.
Good.
So had a craving for the bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, which is one of my go-tos.
Okay.
Terrific. Then I see on the wall they got a Pancake Minis promotion.
Oh.
Okay, so you order, it comes in a little bag. It's 6 tiny, like, silver dollar pancakes, and they give you a little dipping cup of syrup. Mm-hmm. These were the driest pancakes. It felt like I had, it's like I was at communion, but the priest stacked like 6 hosts, and I just dipped them in syrup.
Yeah, there was the same amount of salt, too.
Here's the thing about Dunkin's food. Just in general, very dry.
Yeah.
You know, like their English muffins are kind of dry. Their croissants are kind of dry. Even their bagels are kind of dry.
Yeah.
The donuts are good if you eat them, like, the next day they're trash.
Yes.
But, like, if you have them the day they're baked, they're good, and they're not,
Right.
I don't know if moist is the right word, but you know what I mean. It's what they should be. These Pancake Minis were really disappointing. And they were like $3.50.
Really?
For 6 half-dollar pancakes? Yeah, I just was not, I don't know. I thought it would be better. Maybe I'll give it another try and see if I just had a bad moment. But
bad individual experience, because those happen everywhere.
Yeah, they do. It's just, I was really looking forward to it as like my Friday treat.
Yes.
And then it just didn't work out. So I'm not going to go recommend those. I will try them again, because I know, sometimes, especially I think the Pedway one is just starting to open again.
Uh-huh.
And I think they're kind of limited hours and that sort of thing. So they might be just kind of getting their feet wet, or whatever analogy I want to use, whatever cliche I want to use. But after one try, not so great. So, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing.
So, on Mondays, sometimes most of the time, well, all the time when the Bears win, which isn't often, and sometimes even when they don't, just because people have a taste for them, you get our boss, Mitch Rosen, make sure that we have victory chicken.
Yes.
And it could be because the Bears are victorious, or just because we're winning at life.
You got to get a Bulls victory chicken going.
Yeah, seriously. That would be awesome. So we've been getting it this year from
Joe's Crab.
Thank you, Joe's
Joe-
Crab. And I hadn't realized what the deal was or why I thought it tasted a little different until this week. Anthony Herron came in studio to do a segment with Lawrence. And Anthony Herron is a guy that, by the way, loves himself some good food anyway. He has made a bit of ant bites for when he's on the road. The
First burp of the show.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it. People watching on YouTube, they got to see me house a couple bites of this sandwich. That's the weirdest air horn. And Ant hit it perfectly. He's like, you know what it is this chicken tastes a little like catfish.
Really?
And I think it's because it's probably fried in the same oil.
Well, that's surprising from a place like Joe's.
I'm not saying it's bad either necessarily. Like, it's good chicken.
But that would concern me. Like, if someone had an allergy or something, though, what are you going to do?
Well, yeah, that's true.
You know, maybe I hope they don't fry their shrimp in there too.
Right.
I noticed that when we were getting it from churches.
Okay.
But I was like, okay, well, they have limited fryers there, and
sure.
But yeah, a place like Joe's, I would hope they would separate. But maybe because they're making so much.
Probably.
That's surprising.
But either way, chicken was good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Chicken. Let's not bury the lead.
No.
The chicken is good.
I like both those things.
Yes.
That sounds fantastic. Yeah, so, all right. That's something. No one ever alerts me, by the way, when Victory Chicken has arrived.
Oh, here's what's happening.
I know I don't work at the store anymore, but you
the
think
suit.
21 years.
You know what? You could send an email, and I'm sure someone will reply all like that. Because
Herb.
At least Herb does it with intent.
Oh my God! Should we tell it? We could tell the story.
Yeah, go for it.
No one's listening. So, because of the holiday last week, we had to submit our timesheets early. I'll meet you again so you can chew. And we got an email saying that we were going to get paid on Wednesday instead of Friday, and that didn't happen. We got paid like Wednesday night or Thursday, whatever it was. But Herb, as a union steward, sent a reply all to the entire Chicago cluster. Please fix this immediately. My guys would like to enjoy their holiday. Copies the entire company. I love her. I was like, yeah, Herb, get him. Get him. I know he was. I mean, the pay was still 2 days early, but hey, you say you're going to pay somebody, pay somebody. But it was just great to see Herb. Herb is really taking that union steward job by the reins, man. I love it. He's the best. I love that dude.
Herb has the perfect balance of good moral compass and being a jerk when necessary.
Yes. I had neither of those. That's a bad steward. All right. You went to I Love Fries.
Yes, I did.
Let's tell our friends about I Love Fries, 54 South Villa Avenue in Villa Park. I'm going to give them the details, and then I want you to paint a picture of your visit, okay? Located one stoplight west of Route 83 in St. Charles Road, behind Mike's Meat Market and next door to 7-Eleven. They've got the working freestyle machine. They've got Mexican Coke and Gatorade in a can. My favorite thing is the poutine fries. But Rick, let the people know about your I Love Fries experience. And I just want to paint a picture for those not watching on YouTube. As I'm doing these reads, Rick's eating the Big Macher and a piece of chocolate cake and an Irish cream cookie.
To be fair, I haven't touched the cookie yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yet, being the key word. So when I went to I Love Fries, I was like, you know what? I'm going to see if they have any rib meat left, because I know it's been kind of touch and go with supply of rib meat. They did not. So I was like, okay, so let's improvise a little bit. It's good because, as I've said before, when I have something I like, I tend to roll with it.
Yeah.
Well, this gave me an opportunity to get creative. So I was like, you know what? Garlic butter fries. And then it was just a matter of what meat do I want to put on there? It's like, yes, this is what we're doing. Garlic butter fries and chicken. And I figured this was probably going to be my my one meal of the day, or at least my one official meal. So I went for the larger portion of chicken.
Good for you.
So when I open up my giant carton of fries, it has an umbrella of chicken with the cheese. So it's like garlic butter fries with chicken and cheese. And it is, dude, it so good. Like, it just kind of felt like melt in your mouth ish. Like, it was just so good. So I literally have not had anything from I Love Fries that I dislike at this point. And I love how they let you be creative as well.
And our guy Charlie is working with them for some stuff. So
because both sides of that are smart. That's what the kids call game recognizing game.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and you'll love I Love Fries too. 54 South Villa Avenue in Villa Park, Illinois. Follow them on Instagram at I Love Fries HQ. I Love FRYS HQ on Instagram. They do a lot of work on Instagram, so if you really want to see what we're talking about and get a feel for the creations, that's the place to go. So follow them on Instagram, and they will appreciate it. But, man, you cannot go wrong at that place. All right, I've got one more thing before we get to the old Ask-A-Fats.
Okay.
So speaking of me being a suit,
yes,
we had our first on-location podcast recording for WBBM. We went to the Mercury Cabaret Theater there in Southport, and I had my producers, Lauren and Jill, with me. So we went to lunch. We went to D'Agostino's on Addison in Southport, which has been there forever. It's a place that we go every year before COVID,
right?
When we would see It's a Wonderful Life in the theater. And it was one of those, and I say this with love, down and dirty. You know what I mean by down and dirty?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't mean it's dirty. It just means it's a old school. It's been there a long time. They're too busy. They don't have time to spruce it up. It is come in, eat amazing pizza, drink some beer, and get the hell out of here, right? Well, I haven't been there in a few years. They totally remodeled. I walked in that door like right off the corner. It's a corner spot, so you can walk in like the corner door. It was immaculate in there. Like they did all new floors, all new tables. The walls are done and painted.
Down and dirty to bougie and brilliant?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just you could just tell it's been updated.
Yeah.
But the food was not different at all. We didn't have time for pizza, which disappointed me.
Sure.
There's my burp. There you go.
Drink.
But we did not get pizza, but we'll get it when we're going to see It's a Wonderful Life in a couple weeks, so we'll go there again. But I had the chicken parm.
No spoilers to Jay, by the way.
Yeah. I had the chicken parm. Fantastic. There was one of my producers is a vegetarian. I didn't know this. I would not have hired her had I. It was not on her resume. Had I known.
Yeah, to be fair, could you fire her with cause because she withheld that from her resume?
Well, she was the first recipient of the Russ Head Shake.
Oh, okay.
When I'm like, hey, I'm going to order pizza. What do you want? She's like, oh, I'm a vegetarian, so just cheese and just the extended dance edition of the head shake. But that's all right. She's great.
Yeah.
And then there was another chicken wrap. But the food there was terrific. So as long as these places, like Rosangela's is the same way,
there you go.
they updated, but the food didn't change, that's all that matters.
Yes.
Get a big crystal chandelier for all I care. Just don't touch the food recipes.
Are you going to swing from it?
No.
Okay.
Because then they'd have to remodel again as I come crashing through the wall.
By the way, that was an interesting. This is like not food related at all. Just really interesting to see everybody's Spotify preferences.
I love that, by the way.
Yeah, me too. I had no idea what my most played song would be. So I have for anybody that knows me, funk, soul. A little bit of hip hop in there. That's where I live. And then to have my most played song be "Chandelier" by Sia.
It's very strange.
It's such a good song to just belt out in the car. And then a lot of times anything that's on my liked list, I'll just rotate through it. And it just had a stretch of coming through. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to turn it off.
Well, there's I have there's a couple of my Spotify playlists. I have Jay's favorites, and then I have a no skips.
Okay.
Like my favorites, I'll sometimes skip favorites.
Sure.
No skips are a different category. And that's I don't go to that playlist often. Only when I just can't, where I have to drive for a long time and I don't want to mess with my phone. But mine was, for the first year in a long time, Lydia Lovelace was second, not first.
Wow.
I know. I kind of felt bad.
Did you text her that you cheated on her?
No, I did not. But I did post it so she knows.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is kind of sad.
Which is also a flex that Jay's saying that Lydia Lovelace follows him.
Yeah, she does. Because she wants to make sure I'm not stalking her. Because Spiegel and Parkins made me feel as creepy as I could possibly feel. I'm like, can I just like her music without you having to force me to talk to her?
Make content out of it? Nope.
Anyway, so the National was first, which is a surprise. But my most listened to song of the year, very appropriate for this podcast, Miss Fat Booty by Mos Def.
There you go.
Which I can confirm is my most listened to song of the year. That song is phenomenal. Yes. My favorite hip hop song ever. There's no There's no competition. There's no hemming and hawing. Jay, what's your favorite hip hop? Miss Fat Booty by Mos Def. It's fantastic. It's a perfect song. And I apparently played the hell out of it in 2021. So
when you were starting to get to see people again, what popped in your head?
yeah, that's it.
That song.
That's the thing. All right, is it time to query the chubbies?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. As I lose my button.
I was going to say that sounded almost inappropriate, but
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat, as always, is brought to you by our friend Charlie the Bacon Guy. Is right there.
Pew, pew, pew.
He won't come on and do the read live because
Right.
he's scared. But
He's a professional.
he's got to go see Santa. That's
Okay,
right.
uh-huh.
The original Fat.
Likely story.
The patron saint of fats, Saint Nick. All right, here's the bacon report. Here it comes.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have maple pepper, rosemary pepper garlic, chorizo, and apple butter bacon. For bacon jams, we have the original, the bourbon, the apple butter, and the habanero bacon jam has made a return, thanks to Russ Schneider. Don't forget about stickers, hockey jerseys, and t-shirts. And coming soon, probably next week, winter hats. Keep an eye out for that post when they arrive. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
See, now Charlie got an iPhone.
Look at him.
So now, instead of being on a Sherman tank, he sounds like he's in a washing machine. Being tumble dried as he does the read.
Well, yeah, I mean, the beard. I mean, he's back there, gets sweaty while he's doing all his work and stuff. You go home, you take the shower, and you hop in the dryer.
Yeah, well, Charlie was here. I got here at Schmaltz about an hour before the broadcast, and he was back there just grinding away.
Yep.
He's just such an awesome guy. And honestly, like, you guys all know about the bacon. He had a record-setting Christmas sales. So thank you all for supporting Charlie. If you want to order, very easy. Instagram at Charlie the Bacon Guy, charliethebaconguy@gmail.com, and he is on Twitter at CZ the Bacon Guy. Shipping anywhere in the lower 48 is a flat fee of $15. So stock up. As he mentioned, he's got the T-shirts, he's got the jerseys, he's got the winter caps coming. I cannot wait for those. I'm going to order several Charlie the Bacon Guy hats, but order up, get some bacon. If you're in the Western Burbs, he can deliver. You can meet him in the middle. He will accommodate you. I've seen people come into Schmaltz here and pick up their orders. Just as long as you do that, get some food while you're here because you're not going to want to miss out on Schmaltz. As I look over at the food eating contest and see Aurora Joe struggling, looks like he's struggling, but I think he's going to be the winner based on what I've heard so far. So our good friend Aurora Joe is digging in down there. All right, we got one voicemail in a day. If you want to leave us a voicemail, make sure you do that. 708-858-3314. 708-858-3314.
Hey, Babs, it's Jason from Oshkosh, back in the tank again, and I went to Jersey Mike's, and I know Rick has talked about Jersey Mike's a few different times, and I got the Italian, and the lady asked me if I wanted some of this cherry pepper relish that I've seen there before, but I've never touched, so she offered it to me on the side. It is the best thing that I've ever had on a sandwich. I have gone 2 more times since last Friday to Jersey Mike's, and it's only Wednesday right now. I got it, and I had my wife try it. She went to Jersey Mike's because of it. It's so good, you won't regret it, and I don't even like those type of relish sides, but it's so much salty and vinegarish, and it's so good. You got to try it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the biggest name drop in I'm Fat podcast history?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do you know who hipped me to cherry pepper relish?
I have a guess.
Who?
Joe Madden.
That is correct.
There it is.
So Joe Madden had a sandwich at Wrigley that was the Joe Madden hoagie.
Yeah.
And they sent them over to us to try before the season. As some
Okay.
teams do, like, hey, here's some of our new offerings. Talk about them on the air.
Yeah.
Mutually beneficial. We get to eat. They get their product talked about. It's great. So Joe was a guest on our radio show all the time. So I had a very business-like texting relationship with him. Ready to go in 10 minutes? Yes. That was the extent of our relationship.
Yeah.
But I was so impressed by this relish, I had to say, hey, I know this is a little bit out of turn, but I have to know, what is this spicy spread on this sandwich? He's like, it is this. It's from Cento. Looks like we have a winner. Aurora Joe wins the eating contest. over there. He finished the Big Macher first. He is the winner. So he's been eating since we started. That's how long it took to finish one of these.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. Anyway, so he tells me the brand he uses from Cento, Cento.
Okay.
I had to go to a Italian grocer to find it. It is awesome, and it is the same stuff they have at Jersey Mike's. It's so great. Adds a spice. It's not giardiniera. It's not like a crunchy. It is literally just a spread, and I don't like relish on hot dogs, like green relish. I don't like it. It's nothing like that. The only thing that makes it relish is the texture. It is very finely chopped cherry peppers, and it is awesome. Highly recommended.
Yes, I've had it. It's something that I really enjoy. I don't get it every time, but man, when I do, I always have the thought of like, why don't I eat this more?
Yeah, it's delicious, and it needs to become a staple for me at Jersey Mike's.
Also, enjoy your Clint Capella props, Jason. Him and I DM about, or sometimes not even DM, just on Twitter about NBA props.
Oh, are you the winner? It was not Aurora, Joe.
Wow.
Joe's over there suffering. He's doing good. He's going to get through it. What's your name, sir?
My name is John Harrelson. My name is John Harrelson. I live in Naperville, Illinois.
Give us a full review of the sandwich.
Fantastic. Have one again next week.
Congratulations. Thanks for coming out and supporting Schmaltz, raising money for the World Wildlife Fund today with their Big Macher Eating Challenge, and he's the winner. Congratulations. That's awesome, man. 28 minutes? That's impressive. I think, though, next time you and I are going to participate.
Okay.
And I think you and I will be home before some of these people finish.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
We just, it's just an experience thing where we understand, we understand how our bodies work.
Rick and I know how to unhinge our jaw and just drop the food directly down the hatch.
Yes.
Yeah. For example, we're doing the podcast and Rick is halfway through the Big Macher.
I'm halfway through half.
I was trying to prop you up a little bit.
No.
All right.
Believe me, people know I'm fat.
That's true.
Watch YouTube, listen to my voice, wait for the breathing, and
wait for the wheezing.
Yes. Right.
All right, let's get to the Ask-A-Fats.
Okay.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
Ask-A-Fat is brought to you by our friends at Frato's Culinary Kitchen in Schaumburg. Go try the I'm Fat Burger. Go try the I'm Fat Pizza. Go try the I'm Fat Grilled Cheese. And all the amazing items they have on their menu. Oh, my God. It's been too long for me for Frato's. It's been way too... I think the last time I went was the time... like right before the I'm Fat Burger month. So the end of July.
Yeah. That's
how long it's been since I've been there. I got to get back. I wish I lived closer to Schaumburg, 628 South Roselle Road. Go to FratosPizza.com to check it out. But you're going to want to try all the I'm Fat items. But again, everything there is tremendous.
Yes,
they give their staff just free reign to make any creations they want to make. They're all good. All the staff there is culinary students, so they get to try some new stuff out and see what works. And the vast majority of it works. So go to FratosPizza.com or visit them, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg. Rick, do the honors with the first Ask a Fat question.
Okay, this is from Retired Fat Colleen. Says, my non-cheese eating boyfriend Josh and I were talking during the Bulls game about how multiple people in his life have told him to, quote, try cheesecake, there's no cheese in it. I laughed and told him they have been lying to him. There can be various types of cheese in cheesecake, like cream cheese or mascarpone cheese. Lots of sugar is added to the recipe to mask the cheese flavor, making it a sweet dessert. We need your help to settle the debate. Is there cheese in cheesecake, and has everyone been lying to Josh? What's your favorite cheesecake? Hers is Vanilla Bean from Cheesecake Factory.
Yes, there's cheese in cheesecake.
Yes,
it's
of
cream
course.
cheese.
Yes. Yes. Congrats, Josh. Everyone who loves you lies.
Yeah, what the hell?
Just get used to that fact now, dude.
I was just so like, wait a minute. I haven't been wrong all this time.
No.
There's definitely cheese and cream in cheesecake.
Yes. Yes. Josh's
No.
family either A, doesn't love him or loves him too much, to tell him the truth.
Josh, there's no cheese in cheese pizza. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the Brendan McCaffrey philosophy.
Laura, come here a second. Laura's a baker. I want to make sure we're right. There is cheese in cheesecake, right?
It's cream cheese.
Okay, see?
There it is.
I know. I just had to verify. We had an email from someone saying that his people tell him there's no cheese in cheesecake. And for a moment, I thought I was nuts.
Josh, your family only loves you so much.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
They don't love you enough to tell you the truth, but good on you.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. If you want to see Laura's work, by the way,
yes.
If you go to I'm Fat Pod on Instagram, I'm going to put it on TikTok later.
It's it's a thing. It'll stop you in your tracks.
It's like maybe not safe for work.
Right.
It is a lava cake that Laura slices, and the frosting or the pudding just like gushes out in such a way that is just.
I'm watching it now.
It's very stimulating.
Yeah.
It's that slice of cake in front of you.
Yes.
He's digging in.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been eating. I keep muting his mic so he can eat.
Yeah. Jay hasn't touched his food. I just love the food so much. Jay.
I had like 50 pounds of food when I got here. As soon as I walked in, as soon as I got in, Charlie put his hand in my mouth full of bacon. Like, hey, good to see you. Jesus, Charlie. Let me take my coat off first. But thank you. Yeah, so anyway, yes, there is cheese and cheesecake.
So soon to be on youfoodporn.com.
Verified.
Yes.
All right, this one is from Russ. He's right there.
Yeah.
Am I reading this while you're sitting there? All right, fine, I'll do it. He says, what is the craziest fast food order you've seen or been part of? My examples, twice I was at Jack in the Box when someone ordered $100 plus of tacos. They're $1 or two for $1. Back when Taco Bell had your total displayed below the window, a car in front of me had ordered 20 full bags. When I got up to the window, the total on the screen was $250. That's like a day's worth of business for Taco Bell.
Seriously?
In college, someone in our group ended up going to Burger King with $8 and change and was told to come back with fries. He came back with 3 large BK paper bags completely filled with fries and a small bag of dipping sauces. Wow. Craziest food order. I don't know if I have anything like that phenomenal. That's that. I know we did. So the first year the Bears were in Bourbonnais, they had like a Brian Urlacher McNugget pack. It was 54 nuggets.
And you grew hair after eating
and
it.
I became a racist. What? I'm sorry. Was that on the podcast? I'm sorry. Screw that guy, man. That guy is off the rails.
Yeah, which totally sucks because I love watching him as a player.
Yep, and
one of
as
my
a player,
favorite.
and the rest of it you can keep.
Yep.
But anyway, we did house me and I forget which other producer it was, but we housed a 54 order, which isn't that. That's not a big accomplishment.
That crazy.
Now what are you giving us?
Charlie said to bring you bacon.
All right.
All right.
We're not going to argue with you. Thanks, Laura.
All right.
That's great. More bacon. We got lots of stuff here to bring home, but I'm not upset. Nope. Yeah. How about you? Anything remarkably gigantic?
I mean, the thing that I think of
food-wise
is
anyway.
Right. In college, I'm thinking of my fraternity at the time. We weren't like a huge fraternity or anything. It was like 15 to 20 guys or so. But if people remember like a Bocce's. Like a Bocce's pizza is like a 28-inch pizza.
Okay, yeah.
So like huge. Like the fact where we had to make sure one of the guys was home so that he could take his Chevy S10 to go pick up the pizzas and put them in the bed of the truck. So for us on a night of initiation, we always go back to somebody's house afterwards, and we ordered 3 of those pizzas.
Oh my God.
So think 3 28-inch pizzas, all in the back of this Chevy S10 that we made sure was like tied down enough so you don't have like pizza box just like flying out of the back.
Oh my God.
The car behind it. And there weren't enough left. Like there should have been more leftovers than there ended up being.
Bocce's good. Yeah. It's the same place as we used to be by Wrigley, right?
I think so.
So my favorite thing about Bocce is the one by Wrigley, you'd walk in to get pizza and there'd be pigeons inside. Just like walking around on the floor. I'm like, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. For the record, no pigeons wandering around Schmaltz.
No.
In case you were curious.
And none were hurting the recording of this podcast.
It was one of those things where I'm like, I'm just going to pretend like maybe they don't go behind the counter and feel good about things.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to tell myself that it was going to be fine, even though probably not.
Yeah, exactly. The pigeons had morals.
Pigeons to me worse than rats.
Really?
Yeah, because they fly. They're the same thing. They just fly.
Interesting.
And they're just out in front of you. Rats like kind of hide. Pigeons are like, hey, what's up? And they give you the finger as you're trying to walk by.
Yeah, but at least you know where the pigeons are.
That's true. They're not going to jump out at you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
do
this
that.
one's,
do
this
that
one's
bold
from
one.
Jared in Massachusetts. Hey, Fats. Being a proud resident of the New England area, my ideal Sunday is eating lots of food and watching the Patriots. Enjoy that. In recent weeks, 2 key players have been at the center of 2 food takes. One being defensive player Matt Judon, who I know where this is going, who has fast become a fan favorite, but has caused a bit of a stir when he made it clear that of his absolute hate of macaroni and cheese, to what I can only compare to a Rick Camp to peanut butter level of disgust when he was talking about the classic comfort food about Thanksgiving foods, or when asked about Thanksgiving foods. The second player, and this also leads into my question, is their quarterback, Mac Jones, who, as we discovered on game days, I should have probably read this before I started to just say it, has a breakfast consisting of steak, eggs, and pasta, a very big difference from the avocado ice cream guy that was here before. But anyway, my question, you're about to start your day, you have a lot to do, and you probably won't be eating for a while. What are you eating that morning to get yourself ready and filled up for the long day? And he said, P.S., Applebee's boneless, Cheetos wings for, quote, Applebee's standard, pretty good.
Still going to pass on that one.
Same here.
For me, the traditional breakfast is where it's at. Bacon, eggs, hash browns with toast.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm really feeling fancy, I'll do a side of pancakes instead of toast.
Yeah.
But that is, to me, the traditional breakfast is as good as it gets. I love it.
I think for me, as I turn to like avoid the sun.
Yeah, the sun is setting on us.
Yes, quite literally. Since I'm not a big breakfast person, depending on the day of the week, my favorite pizza place around where I live, Dominic's Pizza and Pasta. You don't have to hold that up. I appreciate that.
That's unnecessary.
That is very unnecessary. We can deal. We're adults, mostly. They'll have a cheap pizza deal of the day. So certain days of the week, maybe just, so I'll have leftovers as well. I will order either multiple pizzas or a bigger pizza than I was planning on so that I can have leftover pizza there for breakfast. And I will have cold pizza for breakfast because I'm a fat and I'm white.
I love it. That is next level, man. That's like galaxy brain stuff.
Yep. Got to start thinking ahead. And by the way, that did surprise me. And mind you, I have had multiple sources because, of course, painting with a broad brush has never gotten anybody in trouble.
Nope. Urlacher.
Right. Right. I'll channel my inner Brian Urlacher. And just from people at work and then also, just people that I've met, apparently cold pizza, white people thing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like I brought that up, or I think it was like casually came up in conversation, like, oh yeah, and then I had some of the leftover pizza, cold the next morning. They're like, wait, you had cold pizza? It's like, yeah.
That's like a whole other experience.
Yeah. It's almost like a completely different food. Because
right. I know that sounds ridiculous, but
it's not. Because like warm Becker's pizza is fine. Cold Becker's pizza, much better.
Really?
Yes.
That's fascinating.
From all the times that they would bring pizza over for when the Score had White Sox rights, and they would bring pizzas over on road games on Fridays, that was a thing.
I can't eat Beggars because it's just too much of everything.
They laid on too thick?
And it's very much the I got to get home scenario that we've discussed. Like I've got to be within 3 miles of a toilet every time I have Beggars because it's just instant.
Yeah.
I might as well just take the slice and just cut out myself and just drop it in.
Yeah.
Flush it.
Yeah. It's the George Brett scenario.
Yes. Speaking of that, remember the toilet problem at work where the toilet was just
it's still going.
Now the other one's doing it.
Wait, I was in there. I forgot to text you yesterday that I was in there and someone was in the first stall. Yeah,
the one closest to the door.
Yeah. That was a good minute and a half at least.
Okay, so I went in there. Walked in, heard it happening.
Yes.
Okay, so then I did my business at the stand-up one.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna hang out and see how long this lasts.
Yeah.
Just the toilet constantly swirling, flushing. 4 minutes go by. So, hold on.
And then the police got called on you for being the creeper chilling in the bathroom.
So I go tell Shane.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 options. Did Shane, A, call building maintenance?
No.
Or B, go into the bathroom and violently assault the toilet?
Definitely B.
Correct. He's like, all you got to do is just hit it a couple times. He's like full force punching the plumbing on the toilet. I go, Shane, just call somebody. There's someone that knows how to fix it. No. You just got to jiggle the handle. So he's taking the handle violently. Trying to, like, I'm like, what do you
Someone needs to make a GIF of what Jay just did on the video stream.
Yeah.
Because that's probably for the best.
Like, what is that going to fix? If anything, you're going to make it 1,000 times worse.
Yep.
He's like, I guess I'll call somebody. Like, thank you.
Thank you.
That's what I came in here for.
He's going to be the worst old man ever.
Well, he's already the worst ever.
Well,
it's just a matter of how old
he's
he
going
is.
to be
as you say
consistent.
so.
Yeah, because he's going to be the one that doesn't let anybody help him with anything, and he's convinced he can fix everything with his, 2000 sensibilities in like 2050 or whatever it'll end up being.
I told Shane, I was immediately like, I should not have told Shane.
Yes.
Like, I immediately should have found someone else who could tell me who to call to get it fixed. Because I'm like, oh, he's going to go beat it up or hit it with a hammer or shoot it or something. God almighty, that guy. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's it for Ask a Fats.
Wow.
So we want to thank our friends here at Schmaltz in Naperville. What a great time. Thanks, everybody that came out and tried the Big Mocker sandwich. A lot of people showed up, raised money for a great cause in the World Wildlife Fund. I was told it was for WWF, and I'm upset that now Stone Cold is not getting money from this, but it's okay.
Right.
He's got enough. It will help the animals instead.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the T-shirt, by the way? It's the World Wildlife Fund logo, but the panda's hitting the other panda with a chair.
I have not seen that.
It's the greatest thing ever.
That's awesome.
But anyway, thank you to everybody here at Schmaltz. This is a great place. If you're in the Naperville area, jump on in here. You're going to love it. It is a traditional Jewish deli, and the food here is just fantastic.
As we have found out, and we'll find out again in a couple minutes.
Yeah, and Charlie the Bacon Guy is your man. He's back there cooking up, and Laura, our friend, baking everything back there in the kitchen. Just a tremendous place, a tremendous business, and we're happy to be associated with them in any way, shape, or form. And, of course, thanks to all of our other sponsors as well. I Love Fries, Mazda of Orland Park, Frato's Culinary Kitchen, and Charlie, the Bacon Guy. I'm going to do your job.
You are?
For Rick, I'm Jay.
Whoa. You blew it.
What?
Follow us on all our social media
damn it.
at I'm Fat Pod, you ass.
This is why I stay in my lane. Do it, Rick.
I'm Fat Pod at gmail.com. Patreon, the T Public Shop always has sales going on. Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the podcast so we can juke the numbers to help us out. Because,
we cheat.
Yeah, because why not? Because we have to.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Right. Rate and review the podcast, and also subscribe on the YouTubes.
Yes.
So you can see the like my Two-Face thing going on right now, and
Rick's sun-washed face.
yes.
It's really a look.
Full of fat and sun is what you're looking at right now.
Fat and Son. It's our
Fat
new
and
restaurant.
Son. It's also my moving company. All right. All that said, he's Jay, I'm Rick, and this is the I'm Fat Podcast.